Hello, everyone, and welcome to High Vibe Time with Ashley and Teresa, raw and unfiltered. How are you today,
Ooh,
Ashley?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really good. It is really nice here, and I'm liking it. I'm liking this
hmm
fallness.
Yes, yes.
Um, Today we wanted to talk about saging. When we sage, how we sage, what we sage,
I have the
all the
worst. Let me
saging.
tell you, I have the worst luck with getting my sage to burn.
Oh, I do too.
I
I
can't,
do too. I'm the same. Same. I
I'm
don't.
like, come on, I know you're right.
I know. I have this like really powerful. I can't even find. Oh, here it is. I knew it was right here because I've used it. It's like a torch lighter.
Yes,
That's what I have to use to light because
yes.
I will. I really like using Palo Santo,
Mm,
and Palo Santo is even harder to get
mhm,
lit. But for
mhm,
some reason, I don't know. For me, I think it's the energy that I feel off of it that I like because it's not a preference in smell because you can get all different flavors of smells
mhm,
wrapped in with sage, you
mhm,
know.
mhm.
Um, but so it's not that it's the feeling I think I get from Palo Santo. Do you have a preference to one or the other?
Um, I think sage only because um when I first started doing my yoga practice way back when I was in college, the instructor would always burn sage right before class and then right after class. And so I think it's just like not nostalgic, but like it brings me back to like my first yoga classes and just that, time. And so I have Palo Santo. I have rosemary, dried
Mhm.
rosemary that I burn. I have white sage. I have lavender.
Mm,
Trying to think what I have several different types. But I always go back to sage.
yeah. Yeah, I always go back to this policy. And there are different, like if you have like a new age store or something like that in your area, you can go and sometimes they'll make mixes for you for certain things,
Mhm.
setting intentions, releasing things, or different smells that you might like but so you can kind of play around with that. Some of the simple things that I do with burning it is I clear my energy. I clear the energy of my space and my cards, my sometimes like new crystals when I buy those or new decks of cards when I get those. What are some of the simple things that you do with Sage?
Definitely the cards and the crystals. I also, you just get this feeling, especially in the winter time, that the energy in the house is just stagnant because it's closed down, you've got the heat on, you're inside more because it's gross outside. And so there are times when it's nice and sunny outside, even in the winter. I like to crack the window just a smidge. And I go around to each corner of every room in the house. And typically, I set the intention before I start, release the things that are need to be released out of this house. Please, fill this house with new energy and clear out any old energy that needs to go. And then I literally just I have a feather,
Hmm.
a hawk feather actually that we found, and I just take that and I just sort of whiffed it as we're going through in all the corners of the house. And if I still feel like it's stagnant, then I may go back with my bowl, my singing bowl, and a ding around the house too. But it's usually when I just feel like the house needs some movement. We just feel
Hmm.
like we need the window open, or we need, something. The energy needs to change. So those are the main reasons why I use sage.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm glad that you talked about that and saging the house and doing that. That I do the exact same thing. I've saged my house, I've saged my she shed, I have saged other people's houses. And I normally start from like one corner of the house and kind of move my way towards the door, kind of moving and just commanding your space basically, and the sage and that energy and your intention that you set into it kind of clears that space for you. It really, if you haven't tried doing it in your own energy, around your own energy field, or in your space that you live in, it's would be really something to try to see if you see a shift in that. Because I always feel a shift in that, or if you feel something kind of off in your space, is the perfect time to do that. And I do exactly the same things. I go to the corners around the doors. I have also a feather that I bought it at a store, but it was handmade, that has several feathers in the top, and so I'll use that and whisk it. And the space, what I believe the meaning behind it is the energies that no longer is serving to you, or it doesn't belong into your space, follows the smoke out of the house, and so it just kind of, you know yeah, kind of flows like water, and
Mhm.
out and away from you, and you're commanding that space. I mean, I think that that's really important, that we have control over that and command the space that we're in, that only love and light can be in this space, and all other energy must get out.
Yes.
So I think that that's important, and I think it's a good tool to use for that.
And for those of us that, I have a job in an office and I can't necessarily take I mean, I guess I could, but they also have, fire alarms that are very sensitive. And so I have a spray with sage essential oil. And so if I had a meeting that was a little too intense, or if someone that I don't know came into my office, and I just feel some bad energy, then I do a little spritz around the office and, do the same thing. Please release and let go anything that no longer serves this space, myself, all that. And that's a way to do it if you can't burn something. Because I know some people maybe are watching that are in an apartment or something that, you're close quarters with somebody. Like my husband does not like the smell of it. And so I have to be very mindful when he goes to work. I sage and have enough time before he comes home for it to sort of, dissolve, and so he doesn't smell it. But you can also use essential oils as well to cleanse the
Mhm.
space.
Yeah. And they you can also get those at, any of the stores that, you get crystals at, or pendulums or cards or anything like that. They're going to have those kind of sprays. And I'm glad that you brought that up, because it doesn't have to be in a smoke form.
Right.
It absolutely can be. And because with all of these things that we talk about, you have to remember it's the intent that you put behind it.
Mhm.
It's not so much the tools that you're using, but the intent that you put behind it. So, yeah.
And there are times where you want to sage other people just to be like, right? You
Yes.
just want the
Or a whole like shabagle, like a whole
yeah.
drama part, just sage it all and it's just all
That's
woosah.
yeah, go to a meeting. As you walk in, you must get a spritz.
That'd be nice.
Oh,
Yes.
too funny. Oh, so I pulled a card. I don't know if you did or
Okay.
not, but I pulled a card, and I love this for this because I think it's part of the intent, at least, um, of what I do when I cleanse, and that is gratitude.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for this
Absolutely.
house. Thank you for this space. Thank you for this opportunity to cleanse. I get to do this, that kind of thing. And just the gratitude of, because underneath it says, I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So just, give gratitude, to have the ability and have what you have to be able to sage whatever you need to sage.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. That you have the ability to control that, that you do have it in your power to control your space and sage it and get it back to what you want. I am absolutely grateful for that. And that I know how to do that, right?
Right. Right, absolutely. Okay, don't
Cool.
forget if you have any comments or questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. We are a party of two who run our YouTube channel, and we will get back to you ASAP. Both of our information for our Facebook groups are in the description. So if you'd like to meet us on over there, feel free to come join us over at Facebook. Otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful week.
Bye, everyone.